Food theory, Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Should you be scared? I've heard a little bit about this. I've heard some things through the grapevine. The most psychotic fucking thing I've ever heard. Supposedly, Chuck E. Cheese reuses uneaten pizza. Like it's like you order a pizza at Chuck E. Cheese, you eat half of it, and then they just take it back to the kitchen and then just like a puzzle, just like arrange the pieces back on to make a whole fucking pizza. And like pizza slices are different sizes. When I was a kid at Chuck E. Cheese, I never experienced this. Like I never noticed like an uneven pizza slices, bro. I never noticed this, bro. So if I find out Chuck E. Cheese was basically poisoning me, I'm gonna be mad. Cause I told you guys this already. I already had a long-standing beef with the guy in the Chuck E. Cheese costume. I'd get into the dance battles with him for tickets, I'd lose, and then I'd plot me jumping him at night when he's walking to his car in the parking lot. Put a bag over his head and beat him with a baseball bat under the fucking streetlight, dude. Like, I already had beef with Chucky as it is, bro, and then now I got beef with the whole franchise. Nice, bro. This better not be true. Better not be true. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nope, not scary. This is just sad. Okay, everyone, listen up. I've been doing a lot of FNAF episodes over on Game Theory, alright? A lot. Some might even say too many. So if you want to make me scream, it's gonna take more than jump scares and a creepy pizza joint. Come at me with something new, something fresh, something different.
Well, if you want something fresh.
Nightmare Mangle, you have the floor.
That pizza you're eating was recycled from used pizzas.
Yeah, we took random pieces that other patrons left behind, stuck them together to make a quote-unquote new pizza for you.
Dude, I'm sitting here and I'm watching this, and he started talking about Chuck E. Cheese and Five Nights at Freddy's, and now the only thing that I can think of is that demented Meat Canyon cartoon with Markiplier lurking in the shadows, wanting my milk, dude. Like, now I'm on full protection mode for my milk, bro, because I feel like Markiplier's lurking, ready to pounce on my cheeks, bro. Like, nice. Me and Meat Canyon has tainted my brain.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, where a theorist can be a theorist. If your upbringing was anything like mine, the go-to place for birthday parties when you were a kid was Chuck E. Cheese, or Showbiz Pizza if you harken back to the olden days like I do. Special honorable mention to Discovery Zone. You were great, but definitely a lot more birthday parties at Chuck E. Cheese, gotta admit. I mean, what is not to love here? Chuck E. Cheese has it all. Games, ball pits, slightly creepy animatronic bands, employees walking around in character suits, and of course, pizza. And that, my friends, is where today's theory begins, because there's a bizarre rumor that's been floating around the internet about the pizza served at Chuck E. Cheese, and it's been out there for over a decade. Blows my mind that this hasn't been proven or disproven yet. The theory is that if somebody at Chuck E. Cheese doesn't finish their whole pizza, the employees take it to the back, take those pieces off the tray, and then use them to form a new pizza to serve to customers. All of it is a means to save money. Now, why the heck would people think anything nearly this crazy? That is a bold claim to be making, because
they are mentally unstable. That's why.
Restaurant to secretly reserve leftovers to a different customer. But if you look around online, the quote-unquote evidence is there. Picture after picture after picture online documenting the strangely shaped Chuck E. Cheese pizza phenomenon. Slices that are different lengths, crust edges that don't line up, pepperonis that just don't match.
That third one doesn't even make any sense.
That are different lengths, crust edges that don't line up, pepperonis.
This one doesn't even make any sense. Like, it looks like this whole part of the cheese is one thing, and then it's just got the one little slice here. And then this pepperoni part is one thing, and then they got one. This one doesn't even make any sense, dude. Like, I feel like I'm getting scammed if you give me that.
But it was a little over
like
a year
one
ago
slice
when
is like small.
theory blew up big time here on YouTube. When a YouTuber who shall not be named went to Chuck E. Cheese to quote-unquote investigate the issue by ordering 2 pizzas.
It was Shane Dawson, wasn't it?
Receive some janky-looking results. 40
It was Shane Dawson. He went to Chuck E. Cheese, got him some poisoned pizza, and then immediately went home and started fucking his cat.
Chuck E. Cheese is now filing for bankruptcy and becoming the literal embodiment of Five Nights at Freddy's. Don't get me wrong, I think there are a lot of reasons for their financial difficulties. Declining interest in arcade-style restaurants in an era of accessible free video games, world pandemics keeping people out of stores, the fact that the robots legitimately look like they want to eat our souls, thereby spawning generations of children with animatronic nightmares. But, you know, rumors of broken health codes and recycled pizza definitely ain't helping their bottom line. So what is going on here? Looking around the internet, there seems to be plenty of evidence that Chuck E. Cheese serves pizza that looks stitched together. But from where I'm sitting, what seems to be lacking is real evidence of slice recycling. I've yet to see any footage, for instance, of a Chuck E. Cheese employee carrying a pizza back into the kitchen. And let's be honest, in this age where anyone can doctor a photo
if they were doing this, I think they would try their absolute hardest to make sure there is no video evidence of people doing this. Like, I feel like step 1, make sure nobody finds out what the fuck we're doing. This is some fuck shit. We gotta make sure nobody sees the fuck shit we're doing. So I feel like it's step 1.
On Reddit, where judgment happens after reading a headline rather than reading the whole article, where all the evidence that you need to prove something is an N of 1, something smells wrong here. And I'm not just talking about the dead bodies stuffed inside of the suits. There are plenty of unanswered questions in this Chuck E. Cheese conspiracy, and we here at Food Theory aim to answer those questions today. I want to know what the corporate response from Chuck E. Cheese was, for one thing. Perhaps they have a perfectly sane explanation for it. I'm also curious to know whether Chuck E. Cheese's pizzas still look like this in 2020, over a year after they got put on blast by the internet. Have they changed their ways now that the eyes of the world are off of them? Or are they confident that they have nothing to hide? Also, do pizzas at every Chuck E. Cheese restaurant turn out this way? Like, how common is this? And above all else, I want to know why. Why are the pizzas turning out to look all mismatched? Whether it's shady or not, there has to be a reason for it, and I intend to determine what that reason is once and for all, because rumors like this can do real damage, and if these rumors are indeed unfounded, then the internet needs to know, because that would mean Chuck E. Cheese is really getting the short end of the awkwardly sized pizza slice. In the aftermath of that massive Chuck E. Cheese video, CEC Entertainment, Chuck E.'s parent company, had this to say, quote, "No conspiracies here. Our pizzas are made to order and we prepare our dough fresh in restaurant," which means that they're not always perfectly uniform in shape, but always delicious, end quote.
No, that's what they want us to think. That's what they want us to think. Obviously, they're gonna go in there and they're gonna say, hey, no worries, our pizzas are fine. I'm not just gonna trust your word on this one. Nope. That's what they want us to believe. They're trying to indoctrinate
but no one was
us.
really doubting that the dough was prepared
That's the word, right?
in restaurant. Like the PR team, they saw people sharing these photos online and they
exactly.
watched the video exposés.
And the PR team's like, no, we're good.
Accusation that they felt like they needed to defend themselves against. I mean, fresh dough is fine. I've had fresh dough from plenty of pizza places. I've made fresh dough myself, but those pizzas, including my own janky pizzas, never look as haphazard as these. Even in my worst looking pizzas made at home, I have never had a fresh dough look that just randomly juts out like this at awkward, sharp angles. It just doesn't happen that way. The stuff about the shape not being uniform,
I could just imagine you're sitting here, right? You're running around. You're running around Chuck E. Cheese. You playing some skee ball. You jumping in the dirty ass ball pit, right? Your mom's like, "Hey, honey, little Billy, the pizza's here. Come eat the pizza now," right? And then you come. You run over, you grab a slice of pizza, and it's got like a giant thumbprint and like somebody's toenail just like on the side, and you're like, what the fuck is it? You pick it off, you eat it anyways, but you don't think nothing of it. Dude, just imagine, bro. It's got like a big ass hair on one of the pieces.
This isn't about the fact that Chuck E. Cheese pizzas aren't perfectly round. It's that the pizzas don't look cohesive like every other pizza in existence does. The pieces straight up look like they originated from different pies. You can't expect me to believe the reason that this pizza's perimeter looks the way it does is
one of them's got, it's got like a bite mark out of it.
Fresh in restaurants. That's entirely
big ass teeth
to what
marks on the crust.
All you guys had to do was say, we do not recycle other consumers' pizza. And you didn't do that. Suffice it to say, CEC's statement has a glossy PR feel to it that doesn't quite put my concerns at rest. By the way, the recycled slices fiasco isn't the only scandal plaguing Chuck E. Cheese at the moment either. In May,
yeah, don't forget hepatitis in the ball pits. I keep telling you, bro, all it does, all it takes is one open wound. You go, you take a dive into that ball pit neck deep, bro. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, bro. There's a parasite lurking in there. The hepatitis is about to have a field day, I'm telling you.
A pseudonym on delivery apps. By rebranding themselves as Pascali's Pizza and Wings on Grubhub and other apps, CEC essentially found a way to trick adults into buying Chuck E. Cheese pizza. After they got caught, and got caught of course they did, a company spokesperson admitted to the pseudonym but insisted that the pizzas from Pascali's, which happens to be the name of another member of Munch's make-believe band, the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic band, were slightly different, having a thicker crust and more sauce. The spokesperson conceded, however, that Pascali's pizzas are made in the same kitchen as Chuck E. Cheese's pizza with the exact same ingredients. Oh, what a bad look. So,
bro,
Chuck E. Cheese has
They're
weathered...
just scamming people. They're just, you think you about to get a delicious, family-owned, Italian, authentic, classic pizza, and in reality, you're just eating a Chuck E. Cheese pizza. And then you order a Chuck E. Cheese pizza, and they only had 3 of the slices are like baby slices. Like, they're literally out here scamming people, dude. $10,000 for an Xbox, 10,000 tickets for an Xbox 360.
More
like, what kind of scam are you running?
Than any wholesome pizza place for kids should. But are the scandals
I can barely get 45 tickets.
Does Chuck E. Cheese deserve
I'm
to
stuck
get
getting
dragged
Laffy
like this?
Taffies.
I just can't bring myself to believe that any multinational restaurant chain could do something so dangerous, so brazenly illegal as intentionally recycling leftover pizza slices. Like, I don't care how much of a cheapskate you are, that is just a new level of low. Perhaps there's a benign explanation for why their pizzas look all Frankenstein together. Like, maybe they stitched together slices from fresh pizzas rather than used pizzas. Sure, it'd be a weird company policy, but it's no weirder than recycling slices and sending them through the oven twice. What I'm saying is that the recycled slices theory is a bold accusation with potential legal ramifications. If recycling slices is company-wide policy, I have to believe employees would be sounding the alarm about it loud and clear. So what I want is evidence of wrongdoing.
Yeah, bro, I could just imagine. Ew. Ew, dude, I just started imagining things and I just pissed myself off, dude. Ew. Kids are nasty, right? Kids are fucking nasty, dude. So here's the deal, right? Imagine, right? You have a family, right? A nice family of siblings, right? Mom and dad, little brother, sister, maybe a couple cousins, right? A nice family fun day at Chuck E. Cheese, right? They order a pizza. The pizza comes out. It's a nice, perfect pizza. None of the slices are uneven. It looks like a fresh, real, normal, average pizza. Nothing wrong with it, right? Everybody comes over. Everybody starts eating pizza, right? 5 minutes before the pizza gets to the table, little Sally's about to go down the tube slide, and she goes... just wipes the fuck out of her nose, dude. Walks up to the pizza, grabs her slice with one hand, grabs the other slice with the snotty hand, and then rips it off, dude. And then the snotty slice is the one that just so happens to be the one that they didn't eat. So the Chuck E. Cheese people come, they take the snot slice, slap it onto another pizza, bring it out to you, dude. Like, this is literally psychotic, bro.
Leftover slices
How many of
actually
these
get
people
carried back
arrested?
into the kitchen because photos of strange-looking pizzas just aren't enough. Sure, it looks as though their crust edges don't line up, but what gives me pause is that the interior points of each slice are scattered about. That is to say, the crust edges might line up if the pieces were arranged with the points touching at the middle. Same goes for the pepperoni halves that don't line up. For one thing, I feel like some of those could have just been pushed down by the blade into the crevices between slices. For another, I've cut enough pizzas to know that sometimes one of those pepperoni halves will just stick to the blade. So we here at Food Theory did what we always do when we need more info. We ran an experiment ourselves. Now, all the Chuck E. Cheese dining rooms near us were closed due to COVID, so we could only go inside for takeout orders. Let's go get some pizza, shall we? If I don't come out, just assume I was stuffed inside of an animatronic suit, okay? And can I just say, being inside a vacant Chuck E. Cheese restaurant had a real FNAF vibe to it. Of course, doesn't say anything about their pizza, but hey, I can't just let Five Nights at Freddy's stuff slide without mentioning it.
Innocent construction project or building a sister location underneath Chuck E. Cheese?
Mysterious construction out front, you know it's an underground bunker. Now, in an effort to get reliable results, we expanded upon internet experiments by looking at a larger number of pizzas from numerous
That's where
restaurants
they keep their
across
servants.
multiple days. Steph and I tackled the East Coast, while Food Theory field researcher and Tootsie Pop champion Amy covered the West Coast. Amy, I might
About
add,
the
wasn't quite as
Midwest. You know,
creeped
I
out
want
by
to show
empty
love to the middle of the
restaurants
country.
as I was. Between the two of us, we ordered
Dude, I'm
10
telling you, bro,
pizzas
that Chuck E. Cheese song, bro, I used to battle the fuck out of that big ass Chucky, bro. I'm telling you, bro, I was hitting the moonwalk.
We also
I
made
was
sure
like
to
Chris
get the pizzas in
Brown.
a variety of different ways. Some we picked up as takeout, some we ordered on various delivery apps. We even ordered a couple pizzas from Pascali's Pizza and Wings just to see what the heck is up with that one. I was especially curious to see how many of the pizzas, if any, would look stitched together. Obviously, the eyes of the world have been on Chuck E. Cheese for the past couple of years, so I was curious to see whether the restaurant capitulated and changed their pizza making process as a result. And as soon as we opened the boxes, we had our answer. Chuck E. Cheese has made 0 changes.
Oh
Their
my
pizzas look the way
God!
that they've always
It's
looked, which is
fucked up!
janktacular.
It's
Definitely
fucked
looks
up.
like this piece doesn't belong. It looks like this piece doesn't belong, but it's actually like hard to jigger it into a shape that looks like it should be the pizza shape.
In all, I'd say 3 of the 10 pizzas had that Frankenstein-y quality to them.
It's clearly not your prettiest pizza.
And the delivery method had nothing to do with it. The reason we ordered some of them as takeout was just so we could eliminate any jostling from the delivery process as a variable. Steph and I opened a pizza box right there outside of the restaurant in the parking lot, and it had crust and pepperonis that didn't line up. So I am confident that whatever is happening in these pizzas, it's happening in the kitchen. That means if we're gonna crack this mystery, we need to get eyes in the room where it happens, So Team Theorist reached out to 2 real-life Chuck E. Cheese employees for interviews. One of the interviewees, who requested to go by their Reddit username The Hoove, was a CEC employee at 2
Hoove.
different Chuck E. Cheese
Is he a
locations
Hoover?
in 2 different cities.
What are they, the
and
Crips?
worked there years before the viral video that set this conspiracy theory on fire. The other, who also asked to go by their Reddit username Classy_Corpse, is a current employee who began working after that viral video was released. Both have experience bussing tables at Chuck E. Cheese, meaning if the recycled slices theory is or was ever CEC policy, they would have been specifically responsible for taking the slices back into the kitchen. Furthermore, both employees have some first-hand knowledge of the kitchen and the pizza-making process. The 2 written interviews were conducted independently of one another, yet we received similar answers from both of our interviewees.
What
who
they gonna
both
say?
completely rejected the notion that Chuck E. Cheese might recycle their slices.
Of course they
According
do.
to the current CEC
Of course they
employee,
do.
quote, "The recycled pizza is definitely a myth. Believe me, even the staff would never think of doing such a thing." And the former employee agreed, writing, quote, "No, having worked at 2 different locations, I have never seen, ever, anyone even think this was a good idea. It just isn't worth it to CEC to do this." They
Okay,
were
but here's the thing. These guys are just Chuck E. Cheese employees. So what if Mr. Chuck himself, right? What if Chuck Cheese, what if he threatened to kill their families if they exposed any of the secrets? Like, hey, Mr. Employee, if you expose us recycling these pizza slices, by the time you get off of your work shift today, your entire family will be slaughtered. And I can make it look like an accident. Right? And then the next thing you know, his entire family, it looks like a car crash, like Princess Diana style, dude. Like, what if it's that, bro? Like, what if they got the mob? Like, what if Chuck E. Cheese is in cahoots with the Russian mafia? And it's like they send goons to your house with golf clubs and baseball bats. Just sitting outside of your front door when you snitch, bro, waiting for you. Ready to just take your fucking kneecaps, bro. I'm telling you.
Fully unified in their responses when we asked about the possibility of leftover food being taken back to the kitchen. Both employees agreed that it's something that just doesn't happen. CEC entertainment policy is that leftover food be thrown out in the thank you boxes, aka their name for the trash bins in the dining room and game floor areas. And the current CEC employee explained that this policy is followed by employees. Quote from them, "When I bust the tables, we dump any excess food in the trash bins out on the game room floor. We don't bring any food back to the kitchen unless someone demands to reheat their pizza, to which we have to oblige." And our own field experiments support these claims. Remember, we ordered all of our pizzas during lockdown. I even bought myself a Chuck E. Cheese face mask as a keepsake. There are obviously some downsides to doing an experiment during a pandemic, but in this case, it actually helped us. Because the dining rooms are closed at every restaurant that we ordered a pizza from, we know for a fact that none of our 10 pizzas came from other customers' leftovers. Because there are no customers in the restaurant to leave leftovers. COVID actually allowed us to control an entire variable that otherwise we couldn't have controlled. And as a result, when we opened our pizza boxes and saw Frankensteiny looking pizzas, it really told us something. It told us that there is no way that leftovers are part of this mystery.
Then why is it fucked up, Matthew?
Are removed from the equation, Chuck E. Cheese's pizzas just still come out looking like this. So there must be another explanation.
What the fuck kind of stupid ass crust are they using?
It's okay, MatPat. I forgive you. However, before I list the recycled slices theory as 100% theorist certified false, there's a huge question left to answer. Why do the pizzas come out looking so mismatched? Like, there are a gazillion other pizza companies out there.
Because they bake the pizza and they have somebody sit on it, apparently.
The only one in existence to have this
they run it over with a tractor.
The CEC employee we interviewed had a surprisingly simple answer for this. An answer that I kind of feel like CEC Entertainment should have just come out and said for themselves when this whole conspiracy theory hit the fan a couple years ago. According to the employee, quote, "The uneven topping look comes from the blade we use. The rocking blade has next to no edge on it for safety reasons. Therefore, it's an absolute pain when it comes to cutting pizzas with it, which is what gives it the Frankenstein look, if you will. If you want to find the other half of your pepperoni slice, it's slipped to the inside of the cut." And the former employee added that the process of transferring the pizzas from the cooking rack onto the cutting board and finally onto the serving tray is also contributing to the jostled appearance that some of the pizzas have.
That's
Our
dumb.
field experiments support these
That's
claims
dumb.
as well. Food theory.
That's dumb because a dull blade and moving it from a baking rack does not cause half of the slices to literally shrink to a completely different size, bro. Like, you order a medium pizza and 3 of the slices are a small pizza. You order a large pizza, you get 1 slice that's small, 2 slices that's medium, 3 slices that's large, a couple extra large slices, bro. 1 of the slices looks like it was bit by a homeless man. Like, no. No, dude, no. I'm telling you, bro. These employees, their lives are at stake. They gotta keep silent, bro. They gotta keep silent, bro. They have an assassin that follows them everywhere, bro. Just wait. As soon as they start talking about pizza, bro, they get a bullet in their head, bro. Like Star Wars. Y'all seen Star Wars right when they was talking to the bounty hunter? And then she got shot in the neck with a poison dart? That's what's gonna happen. As soon as they're like, "Hey, man, let me tell you how we really do these Chuck E. Cheese and then he just dead right there, bro. I'm telling you.
Field researcher
shitty cutting is some bullshit.
Noticed that the Chuck E. Cheese
that is
slices
some
were
bullshit.
Surprisingly lightweight. It didn't have a lot of sauce.
That is
physics. So I will say
physics does not agree. Okay, I took physics twice.
They don't have a lot of toppings, even if you ask for extra. And so I feel like when they're getting cut up, if it's done really
They don't have a lot of toppings, even if you ask for extra, bro. I keep telling y'all, bro, Chuck E. Cheese is a scam.
Toppings, even if you ask for extra.
They just scamming.
So I feel like when they're getting cut up, if it's done really roughly, it's really easy to just throw these pieces of pizza around.
So it all comes down to the pizza rocker that they use to cut the
That's
pizzas.
dumb.
The blades are dull, and
That's
as
dumb.
a result, they wreck the pizzas more than a sharpened blade otherwise would. Ironically,
that
it's
makes
a
no
safety
sense.
policy that Chuck E. Cheese has in place that's led to a conspiracy theory accusing them of serving unsafe
That makes no sense.
pizza.
You could use a pair of safety scissors that they give kindergartners to do their arts and fucking crafts, dude, with a rounded tip, bro. You can cut the pizza with that and it still won't fuck it up that bad, bro. Get out of here with
also
the
got those
blade.
pizzas from Pascali's Pizza and Wings. The pizzas
Get
that
outta here.
CBC Entertainment claims are thicker, have more sauce. Well, since they're being prepared in the exact same kitchen as Chuck E. Cheese pizzas, that means Pascali's pizza should hold up better against the dull pizza rockers being used in those kitchens. After all, it's more substantial and has more sauce holding the pieces in place, right? And that's actually exactly what we found. Neither of the pizzas delivered from Pascali's really showed any Frankenstein-y attributes, whereas 3 of the 8 of the Chuck E. Cheese pizzas did. So there you have it, friends. The Chuck E. Cheese recycled slices conspiracy theory is hereby declared 100% theorist certified false.
Nope.
Do the pizzas come out looking wacky
Matt,
sometimes?
you are wrong,
Absolutely.
Matthew.
But there's nothing illegal or unsafe behind it. If anything,
Listen, they were recycling these pizzas. They're recycling these pizzas. Ain't no damn blade. They're recycling them, and they are threatening the lives of any employee who poses a risk of exposure of this deep and dark secret. They have hired hitmen on call, ready to go for any employee that may seem hostile to this scheme, bro. Look at what happened, bro. Chuck E. Cheese is nothing but a scam. You ask for more toppings, they don't give it to you. You order a whole pizza, they get half the pizza smaller than what it's supposed to be. That seems like a scam to me. 10,000 tickets for an Xbox 360. I'm still very upset about that, by the way. 45 tickets for one singular snack-sized Laffy Taffy. What kind of operation are you running here, bro? I'm telling you, Chuck E. Cheese is a front for a drug cartel. They are using it to launder their internet, their millions of dirty drug money, which is why they're so easily scamming the public. That's why they have the ability to hire hitmen on call. I'm telling you, bro, I just debunked everything in this video. Chuck E. Cheese is a very shady business practice.